that's what I kind of wanted to talk about real quick, because Melissa, you brought up a really good point about kind of the turnover rate of friends and relationships in the first few weeks of campus, especially during COVID. Like, I feel like since you have so little exposure to people in a bubble, you kind of are just in that group. So like for me, basically all my friends outside of the quad squad are from my floor in my dorm,
That's so cute.
which is, yeah, which is nice. But then like, you wonder about, because I just got to know them. They're amazing people as well, but I mainly got to know them just from pure exposure. Seeing them in the dining hall, eating with them in the courtyard, and then you wonder like how many more people in a normal circumstance that you could have met and and kicked it off with. But I really vibe with what Melissa said. Like, hey man, it just doesn't work sometimes, and it's not for the fault of anyone. It's just compatibility, and I really do believe in this idea of compatibility. You know, um,
Yeah.
this idea of just being able to, you know, sorry, click with click with people. Um, but I'm curious about like how you guys see the building of friendships, especially during COVID. Man, it's such a weird. I've never experienced anything like it. Um,
I mean, okay, like I haven't really reached out to a ton of people because like okay, I think the majority of people like meeting other people in big groups of people. I absolutely detest big groups of people. I refuse to go out with more than like three people at a time. I can't do it. And so it just makes me stressed. I mean, I don't know. I get anxious about it. And so I was close with my roommates. Really, like me and my roommates are really close. So like honestly, couldn't have asked for better roommates. I'm really happy they're here. There's like debaters I know I talk to pretty often. Like we do debate. We've known each other since high school. It's like a thing. Then there's a people I know in Boston, so I hang out with them a bit. And then two people I've like grown really close with from my classes, and like it was like hard to reach out at first, but then like normal friendship just cultivate. You're like, want to grab breakfast, want to grab dinner, want to go for a walk, and it's just like kind of normal. So like I haven't really had that like much of a different experience, if I'll be honest. I think this is what would have happened had it been a normal year, just because like I don't like big group people. I'm not gonna do that, so I'll like cultivate like small friendships, but they'll be good friendships.
I vibe with that. I vibe with that a lot. I don't know. I'm also pretty ambivalent towards the idea of big groups. There is some benefit, I would say, of being in like a big friend group. Like
Yeah.
I went with this group to go eat hot pot once.
Ooh.
And like having being in a like 8 people, right? It's kind of cool because like you don't have specific pressure to talk really.
That's
Like if
true.
you just want to like vibe in the middle, middle of things, you can easily do so without talking. Which sounds weird coming from me because like I guess I always want to like be
Yeah.
in a conversation, but it is taxing. It taxes your mind mentality to always keep conversation. And honestly, I don't know about you guys, but I feel a lot of pressure talking to other Harvard students. I feel like this should have worn off a while ago, but I still feel like, oh my god, am I saying the right things? What's my average word length in my sentence? No, I'm just kidding. Um, I'm curious. Do you guys still any feel any residual pressure talking to other kids on campus?
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. Aside from my team and maybe a couple of other people, I really have not seen people face to face. Like majority of my interactions have been online. And that maybe that's just how I operate as a person. I think that this pandemic has started to make me realize that I actually thrive in a virtual environment with people.
Oh,
And I actually really cherish my online friendships a lot. And so I think that might also have been playing into kind of what I was describing earlier. But for me, like I think one of my better friends, like out in my Harvard circle at least, is actually one who's staying remote at home. And perhaps that's just because like we have that like virtual relation over like these in-person relations. And I don't know, that's maybe just because like I'm just less comfortable talking to people face to face or something of the sort. I don't know. I definitely found that like for me. Like I don't find that much pressure when I'm talking to somebody over like a text or over a group me message or something
True.
of the sort. Versus like I do feel like occasionally there is some pressure talking in person to another person, but in most of my scenarios, like similarly to Anna, I don't go in big groups. It stresses me out as well, especially during a pandemic. Um,
Yeah.
and so I actually, usually if I go out, it's with these people that I've already been close with through these virtual relationships. And so, like, I already feel pretty comfortable talking to them. So that's how my experience has been.